Welcome to The Soft Life with me, Candy Washington, where we explore all things self-love, manifestations, and relationships with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. So be sure to subscribe, share, and join us on Patreon. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. As always, I'm your girl, Candy Washington, and just like the promo said, go ahead, like, subscribe, and share. And with that, let's dive right into the mess. So let's talk the Taylor Swift and Joe split, okay? So this is according to People magazine. So it says, inside Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn's differences that led to their breakup. Dun, 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 dun. Taylor Swift and Joe Alwyn have reached the end of their love story. The couple broke up a few weeks ago after 6 years of dating, and a source close to the Grammy winner and the Conversation with Friends actor tells People the split was largely caused by, quote, differences in their personalities. They've had rough patches before and always worked things out, so Friends thought that they would take some time apart, but eventually came back together, says the source, noting that ultimately Swift 33 and Alwyn 32 weren't the right fit for one another. Reps for Swift and Alwyn have not commented on the breakup. Now, side note, and then we'll get back to the story. I don't know if you guys follow Dumois or not, but Dumois is like a big, blind item, celebrity gossip. And she was saying how, Taylor Swift and Joe are secretly married. They got married in the UK. I don't know about the legalities of it, but they had some big ceremony. They're secretly married, blah, 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 blah. So I wonder what Dumois is going to say about this, seeing as they're split up and they're obviously not divorced. They're just breaking up, about that whole, them being married situation. So we'll see. But let's keep going. The Lavender Haze musician was first publicly linked to the British actor in May of 2017, when it was revealed that the pair had been quietly dating for months, though it's not clear exactly when they met. Fans have speculated that Swift and Allen first crossed paths at the 2016 Met Gala. They had plenty in common and fell in love in a safe bubble while she was retreating from the world during Reputation, at the source, referring to Swift's 2017 studio album. Now, this is the thing. They're saying that they had plenty in common, but didn't they just say that they broke up because of their differences in personalities? Okay, let's keep going. Then the pandemic hit and they were locked down together and able to continue growing their relationship in this insulated way, but he didn't really know her yet outside of that bubble. Throughout the relationship, the pair kept details of their romance to themselves, demurring on engagement rumors in recent years. Sources say the pair bonded quickly over shared passions for art and creativity. Indeed, Swift has released 10 songs co-written and or co-produced with Alwyn, who wrote under the pseudonym William Bowery. The collaborations include 6 songs on Folklore, 3 songs on Evermore, and Sweet Nothing on Midnights. Still, insiders say the actor, who emphasized his need for privacy when asked about Swift during interviews, didn't like the limelight. Joe has struggled with Taylor's level of fame and the attention from the public, says the source. The differences in their personalities have also become harder to ignore. After years together, they've grown apart. According to multiple sources, Swift and Alwyn had been talking about marriage as recently as a few months ago. Again, this isn't really making sense. On one hand, they keep saying they have different personalities, they have grown apart. And then on the other hand, they're like, they've been talking about marriage in the last few months. Seems like they're talking out of both sides of their mouth, okay? But at the end of the day, the couple weren't ready for a future together. Taylor didn't see them working out in the long run, says the insider, who adds that the split happened recently and was not dramatic. They are friendly. She doesn't have anything bad to say about Joe, adds the insider. They just grew apart. Taylor is staying very focused on her tour right now. Okay, this is the thing. Speaking of staying focused on the tour, do we think this is some type of publicity stunt? As in, maybe they've been broken up for longer than they're saying, but they're releasing the breakup now in order to boost tour sales. Not that Taylor Swift needs help in boosting sales. Obviously, she shuts down Ticketmaster and she's Taylor Swift. But I think that Taylor Swift kind of going back to her Roots as sort of like the breakup song girl and the heartbroken girl. I don't know. I think that could kind of boost her. Do you know what I mean? It can kind of give that boost. Like, I think, I just always think about timing. Like, I think it's very convenient that she's now going on, I think, the Eras tour. And now it's coming out with that she's broken up with him. I don't know. What do you guys think? Put it down below. Despite the breakup, the sources adds there's a lot of respect still between them. Swift is currently performing shows throughout the North America on the Eras tour. A week before news broke of her split from Alwyn, she surprised the audience by swapping out the folklore track Invisible String, which focuses on two soulmates with The One, a song that instead centers around a lost love and remembering what was once had. Following her last 3 concerts in Arlington, Texas earlier this month, Swift was spotted shooting a music video last week in Liverpool, England. And then it goes on to share her next shows. So, yeah. I want to know what you guys think. What do you think about this? Do you think that I don't know. I kind of think this is like a stunt. I think this is very, very stunty, But I want to know what you guys think. Put it down below. But before you do that, let's see. So Ben Leo says, "Hi, Candy, eating Kentucky Fried Chicken dinner and enjoying your live." That's right. You better enjoy your Kentucky Fried dinner. I love it. Hey, Cancer Queen. Just, hey, Candy, will you recap Real Housewives of New Jersey? I haven't been able to get into New Jersey. You know what I mean? I haven't really been able to get into it. So we'll see. Like, I'm trying to branch out and because I've been doing Vanderpump Rules and Beverly Hills so much that now I'm trying to branch out and do more stuff. Like this live, I'm trying to do Taylor and Monique and the Dalai Lama. But you guys let me know if you want me to do New Jersey. I just haven't been able to get into it. It's like the same fight over and over and over and over and over again. But let me know what you guys think. Hey, Monique. Monique says they made such a cute couple. I hope Taylor doesn't self-sabotage. I agree. I thought that they did make a really good couple. That's why a part of me is like, is this just a stunt to sort of go back to her, like, breakup song, roots? How could she really started as like the breakup girl? I don't know. But they've been together for 6 years. That's a long time. I hope not. But you know what? If he's not the right fit, then better get out now than to string it along, Okay, you guys. Ben Leo says, Candy review Star Trek? The Trekkies will be on you. That's another one I can't get into. Star Trek? Oh, no. Oh, no. But I'll try. All right, you guys, let's move on to our Monique story. Dun, 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 dun. Cancer Queen says, I'm tired of heartbroken Taylor songs. I know. Okay. So let's move on to our Monique story. So as we know, Miss Monique has had some drama in the past. She was beefing with Oprah. She was beefing with Lee Daniels. Since then, her and Lee Daniels have made up. It was around the whole movie Precious. I don't believe her and Oprah have made up. I think they're still sort of, not seeing eye to eye. Essentially, the problem was that, as we all know, I believe Lee Daniels, produced, and so did Oprah. And then Monique was the star of the movie Precious. It got a lot of buzz, a lot of Oscar buzz. And basically, Monique and her husband were like, well, if you want us to market this movie and advertise it, you need to pay us more. And Oprah and Lee Daniels were like, well, that's a part of your job. You're in the movie. It's your movie too. A part of you being in the movie is promoting it, particularly around award seasons. And so they had this huge falling out, this, that, and the third. Now, we also know about her situation with Netflix, where they basically were lowballing her. And she's like, you're paying, white females and male comedians like all of this money. Why are you lowballing me? Like, what's up? I'm Monique, And this is the thing. I agreed with Monique when it came to the Netflix situation. They definitely were lowballing her. She should have got more money. She should have got paid, all of that. I didn't necessarily agree with how she handled the Precious situation, because I'm kind of like, that is kind of a part of the job. It's not like Oprah's like, go promote my movie that you're not in. She's like, can you promote the movie that you're in? Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. But she's back. She got her Netflix special. I watched it last night. I thought it was amazing. I thought it was great. One of the biggest takeaways is that she came out as bisexual. So let's get into it. So this is according to People magazine. It says Monique opens up about keeping her sexuality a secret. I promised that I would never tell anyone. Okay. Monique is discussing her sexuality. In her wide ranging stand up special, My Name is Monique, now streaming on Netflix, the Oscar winner, 55, recalled growing up in Baltimore and witnessing her grandma Mimi's troubled relationship with one of her kids, made difficult because religious Mimi could not come to grips that she had a gay daughter. Monique said that she watched her Uncle Tina and Mimi struggle with each other, leading her to have confusion. And I felt cowardly when my grandmother left because I couldn't tell my grandmother who her granddaughter really was, Monique said through tears, referring to herself and her sexuality that she kept secret. I adored how she adored me, the comedian said, adding, I couldn't tell my grandmother my secret thoughts and my fantasies because I did not want her to leave this earth thinking she was a failure. Because I had told her my secret thoughts, she would have left thinking she had failed. Monique then joked to the audience that she is not all the way a lesbian. She said she couldn't come out to her grandmother, explaining that she was unable to say it aloud to her. Now, this is the thing. I thought, and let me know if you guys have watched it or not. I thought that her stand-up was really, really good. I thought she did a really great job. I liked the stories that she told. I feel like she's been vindicated with the whole Netflix situation. And I'm really proud of her for coming out and like sharing her truth. You know, that's a tough thing. It's tough. It's a tough thing to come out and say, hey, you know what? I'm not straight. I'm this, that, and the third. And I think it also shed light into her open marriage. You know, she got a lot of backlash when she came out and said, yeah, me and my husband have an open marriage. I tour a lot. I'm on the road a lot. He can do his thing. I can do my thing. And everyone's like, oh, why? Like, you just want to please a man. But now it seems more like she was not struggling with her struggling with sexuality, but she wanted to explore it. And that to me seems more of what the catalyst was for her open relationship. And then now she's come out and said, you know, I've outgrown the open relationship. I don't really want to do that anymore. So there's that. So shout out to Monique. She's doing the thing. She's doing the thing. She's doing the thing. All right, now let's move on to the Dalai Lama. Now, this is disgusting and scary and abusive, and I'm really confused as to why. Okay, Cancer Queen says, there's something about Oprah, I always side-eyeing her. She knew all about Harvey. Yeah, Harvey Weinstein. Yep. Like, that's the thing. Like, I'm a big Oprah fan. Like, I really do like her. I think it's tough sometimes when it's like, when you're put in a position of, do you go against the grain and call people out, you know, when it's a difficult time to do that? Because, like, you know, like the whole Me Too stuff has only happened in the last few years where it's even been okay to like come out and say that stuff. Like, yes, she knew about Weinstein, but like, so did like 98% of the rest of Hollywood, you know? So it's like, yeah, I know she knew about Weinstein, but like, so did everybody else. And they didn't do anything to stop him, you know, whether that's cowardly, whether that's, I want to save my job, I don't want to ruin my reputation, I don't want to ruin my connections. But like, Oprah knew, but so did everybody else, you know? So yeah, I think it's really tough, you know, and I don't know how anybody would react in that situation, right? Like, say you work at a corporation and everybody in the corporation knows that there's just one guy that's doing all of this horrible stuff. It's the CEO, right? The big guy, the big head honcho is doing all this horrible stuff, and everybody knows, you know? Are you going to be that person that's going to say something? Because usually it would be you that's getting fired, not that person, you know, but times have changed, so we'll see. We'll see. All right. Now, this is really disgusting and scary. So this is the Dalai Lama, okay? So he was caught on camera in front of people asking a boy to suck his tongue. Now, how disgusting is that? How disgusting is that? And nothing is happening to him. And let me read the article and then we'll get into it and how they're spinning it. Ben says, Mo gets no props from me. I feel her husband, aka Daddy, controls her, and she is responsible for all the years she was blackballed from Hollywood. Ben, I'm with you on that one. Because that's why I was saying I agree with Oprah and Lee Daniels about that situation. And I do think that her having her husband as her manager when he is not an actual talent manager was more detrimental to her career than he was in helping her. Do you know what I mean? Like, she didn't have to go through all that she went through. She could have been, thriving. She could have been in movies upon movies and TV shows and thriving and thriving and thriving. She picked a battle that wasn't even a battle, and she made it into this huge fight. Like, I don't know what actor is like, you have to pay me to promote the movie that I'm starring in. That would be me being like, oh, you guys have to pay me to promote my own YouTube channel that I'm on. And I do think that she created, by listening to her husband, she created more problems than she had to have. Now, with the Netflix thing, I think they were lowballing her. I do. I think that she was worth more. I think that they should have given her more. I do think that they were 100% lowballing her in that particular situation. But when she tries to conflate the two, they're not the same. So I agree. Ben says, in the Netflix special, how will her fans see it after she's told them to boycott? No amount of money would make me work for them after being mistreated in any way. That's true. She did tell them to boycott, and then now she has a special. So again, like, it's such a double, that's so tough because, like, it's almost like the Nene situation in a little bit. It's different but the same. Like how Nene was like, boycott Bravo, Andy Cohen's a racist, they're all wrong, the whole Bravo's racist, blah, 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 blah. I'm doing a lawsuit, da, 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 and all that stuff. And then she turns around and wants to be back on Bravo. But it's like, well, if they're so racist and so horrible, why do you want to be back on Bravo? I don't know. I'm torn when it comes to Monique because I do think she's very talented. I think she's really, really funny. I think that Netflix was definitely lowballing her and she deserved way more. I'm happy she got the special. I'm happy she did it. I'm happy she's getting the coins. I just also agree that I think a lot of her problems has stemmed from her letting her, quote, husband, quote, daddy, quote, manager, manage her all the way out of Hollywood. Because Precious was so long ago, and that could have really taken Monique from where she was to a type of an Oprah level. Because Precious was like the Oscar buzz, and it was like this, you know what I mean? It was all of that. She should have taken that opportunity and she could have really popped off. But hey. All right, let's get back to the Dalai Lama. Now, this is really scary and not okay. And how come he's not in jail? How come he's not in jail? Oh, that's right, because he's the freaking Dalai Lama. Now, this is from People as well. It says, Dalai Lama apologizes for asking boy to suck his tongue at an event in February. He regrets the incident. Of course he does. Trigger warning to anybody about child abuse. The Dalai Lama has issued an apology after asking a boy to suck his tongue during an event in India earlier this year. Back in February, a young boy approached the 87-year-old spiritual leader at an event in Dharmshala, India, and asked him for a hug, according to the Associated Press and CNN. Video from the event then shows the Dalai Lama gesturing to his cheek before the boy gives him a quick hug and kiss. He then asked the boy to kiss him on the lips. and pulls the boy's chin toward him as he sticks out his lips. After the kiss, the Dalai Lama then suggests the boy, quote, suck my tongue, leading to a few chuckles from the crowd. He sticks his tongue out and leans toward the boy, who then presses his forehead against the Dalai Lama's. According to a statement released on Monday by the Dalai Lama's office, he regrets the incidents. His Holiness, which is disgusting, I don't even want to call him that, wishes to apologize to the boy and his family, as well as many friends across the world, for the hurt his words may have caused, the statement says. His Holiness, again, I don't want to call him that, often teases people he meets in an innocent and playful way, even in public and before cameras, it continues. Sticking out one's tongue can sometimes serve as a greeting in Tibet, according to the BBC. However, HAQ, Center for Child Rights, a Delhi-based child rights group, denounced the Dalai Lama's actions in all form of child abuse in a statement obtained by CNN. Some news refers to Tibetan culture about showing tongue, the organization said, but this video is certainly not about cultural expression, and even if it is, such cultural expressions are not acceptable. The Dalai Lama has been living in India since 1959 after fleeing Tibet following its unsuccessful uprising against China, according to CNN. He now lives in the temple city of Dharamshala. This is not the first time the Dalai Lama has been criticized for comments he has made in public. In 2019, the Tibetan spiritual leader apologized after suggesting a female Dalai Lama should be, quote, attractive, according to the BBC and CNN. The Dalai Lama's office responded to the controversy by suggesting the spiritual leader supports gender equality and opposes objectifying women, per the BBC's report. Sure. The year prior, the Dalai Lama was also criticized for suggesting Europe should be for Europeans only, while discussing the subject of African refugees, CNN reported. This is disturbing. This is disgusting. It's so gross. It is so gross. It's so gross. It's so disgusting. And like the fact that he is so emboldened to do it like in plain sight in our audiences just shows you how he knows that he's conditioned everyone around him to just praise him. Like his holiness. You're not anybody's holiness, Dalai Lama. And this is really scary. Like imagine how many young boys or girls or whatever he's done this to. Clearly, this isn't the first time, and clearly, this isn't the only extent of it, in my opinion. In my opinion, it's really, really gross and scary, and I don't understand why they're not looking into him for something. It's crazy. Cancer Queen says there's so much things going on in Hollywood. There's a pedal ring in LA, and allegedly Diana Jenkins is part of it, and some top male actors. I saw it on Reddit. Yeah. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood says a grown man asking a boy to suck his tongue is grooming. Exactly. Ben Leo says, I bet Dalai Lama has deep spiritual connection with Jeffrey Epstein. Yes, this is disgusting. This is disgusting. And for the fact to be like, this is playful, teasing. No. An adult asking a child to suck their tongue is not playful. It's not teasing. It's disgusting. It's grooming. It's abuse. It's abuse. I mean, I don't know how it blows my mind. You know, we talk about what happened in the Catholic Church. We talk about what happened in Baptist Church. We talk about what happened with like, you know, the Amish people and different, you know, other religion organizations or other cults or whatever you want to call it. Like it's rampant. And now the Dalai Lama's one too. Because this clearly was not the first time he's done this. And clearly this is not the first time his team has covered up for him. This is disgusting. This is absolutely disgusting. Yeah. Cancer Queen says this is disgusting. All of them are pedo. Yeah. And then trying to, what's the word? Trying to like normalize it for the public. You know what I mean? Oh, he teases people. It's innocent in a playful way. There is nothing innocent and playful about asking a child to suck your tongue. in any context ever in this world. And not even just that, the boy gave him a hug. It was cool. Then he says, and then he makes the boy kiss him on the lips. And then he says the boy should suck my tongue. Do you see how that escalated real quickly? That's disgusting. You says the boy's parents need to press charges. I would press all of the charges. The Dalai Lama would be under the jail. You did that to my child or to any child that I care about and I have any type of control or say, we're pressing all of the charges. All of them. And then I would ask, please come forward. Because this man is 85 years old. He's been in this position of power for decades upon decades. And like we already know, there's never just one. And what I mean by that is there's never just one person they abuse. There's never just one person they do this to. How many other children has he done this to? And worse. Because if they're calling that innocent and playful and funny, then what's not innocent and playful and funny? It's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. Whew. All right, you guys. So that was my roundup of today's pop culture news. We talked about Taylor Swift's split from Joe. Do we think this is real, or do we think that this is just a stunt, her trying to, get back to her breakup girl, reputation? She has the tour. It's kind of convenient that all of this is happening around the tour. But again, I don't really think Taylor Swift needs to do those stunts anymore because she's freaking Taylor Swift now. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Put it down below. We talked about Monique's Netflix return. Do we think it's hypocritical? Just like Ben Leo said, in one hand, she said, boycott Netflix. They lowballed me. Now I'm on Netflix. Come support me. Is that hypocritical? And what do you guys think about her whole feud with Oprah when it came to Precious? Is her husband, her daddy, her manager sabotaging her success? I think so. I think Monique is extremely talented. I think she's really funny. I think she would have been a lot further along if she had an actual team, agents and managers who were truly just her agent and managers and not her, quote, daddy husband, okay? And what do you think about her coming out, basically saying she's bisexual, she loves her husband who's a man, she's into men, but she also likes to, get down in the lady pond. There's nothing wrong with that. What do you think about her coming out in her segment? And what do you think about the special overall? And then what do you guys think about the Dalai Lama telling a little boy to, quote, suck his tongue? I think it's disgusting. I think they're trying to groom us as a society that an adult man telling a child to suck his tongue is supposed to be innocent or playful. My question is, I want to do a PSA. If you've been abused by the Dalai Lama, it's time to come out swinging, come out shouting. Because to me, this just is indicative of who he is. And there's probably, unfortunately, a trail of victims. If he was this comfortable doing this in a crowd of people on camera, like what? Imagine what he does when he thinks nobody's looking. I agree, Cancer Queen. Talking about child abuse, what happened to Diana Jenkins, why she's not in jail or at least an investigation. I agree. It goes back to about Jeffrey Epstein too. Sure, they got Jeffrey, but what about his clients? I haven't heard about one of Jeffrey Epstein's clients either named, confirmed publicly, or have anything against or have any charges or investigations into them. What happened to his clients? He wouldn't have had his business of selling women, men, children, boys, and girls, exploiting them unless he had the clients. How come none of them are being prosecuted? It's crazy. Ben Leo says, I think the open marriage was the only way she could keep daddy. I also think he didn't touch that much, which is why she started losing weight. She was proud of her weight at one time. That's another really good point. She was really proud of her weight. She was. I have my own opinion about her husband. How can I say this in a respect? I want to say this in the most respectful way because I'm not trying to be derogatory and I'm not trying to be disrespectful. But it seems like maybe her and her husband both maybe wanted to explore all of the sexes, if you get what I'm saying. How you doing? Do you see what you get what I'm saying? But I'm not trying to be disrespectful to him or anybody's sexuality, because again, it's not my place to speculate on somebody's sexuality. But I always got the feeling that they might have liked both men and women to join, if that makes sense. I don't know. Put it down below. All right, you guys, we're going to wrap it up there, and I'm going to go work on some Bravo tea for you guys. Exactly. Ben says bingo Yahtzee, right? Like a little bit of how you doing. A little bit of how you doing. Exactly. All right, you guys, that is going to wrap it up for this pop culture minute with me. So as always, if you've enjoyed this, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. I will look into New Jersey. I think that was Cancer Queen. I'll look into New Jersey. Maybe we'll do a fun recap of that. Let me get caught up on it. And then I'm going to see what else is going on with Vanderpump and Beverly Hills and everybody else. So with that, you guys, I love you. And I will see you next time. Bye. Welcome to The Soft Life with me, Candy Washington, where we explore all things self-love, manifestations, and relationships with a cheeky dash of pop culture news. So be sure to subscribe, share, and join us on Patreon.